We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You concerned resident. Here's another concerned resident. He is the director of the landmark Loews Theater on 54 Journal Square, Colin Egan. But bring us up to date. Where are we today? And then we'll kind of backtrack how we got to where we are today.
Well, the Fulop administration told us half a year or so ago that it intended to do an RFP to bring in some other for-profit operator for the Loews, and though they hoped we would have some role, FOL would have some role in it, it couldn't guarantee that, and basically they're looking to shove us to the side or out the door.
Now, to bring in a for-profit operator, as you and I know, isn't going to work, and as the FOL, we would like to work with for-profit operators, but not having a sole for-profit operator running the building. Because there's a lot of problems with the building yet. People see it as a functional building, but really isn't. You know, we can show some movies, we can do some concerts. What do we do, about 100 dates a year?
About 80 the last year.
And between that, you got the classic movies, you have the concerts, you know, you have concerts where they sell out 1,600 people. Mm-hmm. You have the civic events there.
Mm-hmm. We just had the NJCU student film.
We'll probably roll a little footage that we shot for the visual media arts people. You have the Indian community in there, you have senior events, you have the Christmas concert, and of all of those, I think the Loews might make money on the classic movies and the concert. The rest of them are really civic
That's right.
events, and you're not making any money on civic events.
And you're not really supposed to. The purpose of an arts center, as we understand it, is to be able to do the kind of events we're talking about, give the community a place to come together, showcase our local artists, talk about local events, in addition to doing the big concerts and shows that people like. That we do that too.
But the Loews wants, the FOL wants to do the big concerts.
Oh yeah.
We would love to do that.
Well, I mean, let's stop. There's a point of confusion between the concept of a not-for-profit arts center and a for-profit promoter. And I know actually I've been finding a lot of people get nervous when they hear the word not-for-profit. They think that means all you want to do are the little local shows we're talking about. That's not the case at all. And if you look around the country, there are some pretty big arts center operations in theaters like the Loews that are not-for-profit, and they bring in major concerts and do the small community stuff too. That's exactly what we want to do. One of the companies that Fulop has been talking to run the theater, Live Nation, they're one of the biggest promotion outfits in the world. We actually tried to work with them a few years ago to bring concerts in. They wanted to, except that the theater isn't ready for it yet, physically. They couldn't make it work.
See, there's the big bugaboo problem with the theater, but continue.
Well, and we're trying to work right now with Bowery Presents. That's another major for-profit promoter, very good one actually, and they're trying to find some shows will work within the theater's current limitations. We're working on it.
Like Todd Abrams, he brings in concerts,
exactly.
and he works within the limitations of the building right now.
Yes, and he'd love to do more shows if we weren't so limited. I mean, the concept is you use those shows to make some money, to pay some bills. Also, it serves a need. A lot of people want these shows. It's great to have them, but you make some money, and then you also do the other kind of programming that doesn't make money, and that makes it an arts center.
Now, the city had $11 million uncommitted to any projects.
Right.
Chris Christie comes in. He's got a budget to balance. He's got expenses to pay. There's money just sitting there, uncommitted. He takes that money. And this happened under the administration of Jeremiah Healy.
Yes.
Now, for whatever reason, the city neglected to use that money, or at least committed. That could have went a long way to the Loews Theater.
It would have
restoration.
Done what we needed to get the place fully functional, or at least mostly functional.
Now, we have our situations with Fulop right now, but Healy was a real waste of 9 years for the Loews Theater. We have 2 employees.
Yes, I'm one.
Of the entire operation.
Yes.
That is operating pretty much 6 to 7 days a week.
Yeah.
There's always something going on, whether it's a film, an event, repair and maintenance. There's always something going on at the Loews Theater.
Yes.
And that whole operation has 2 paid employees.
And I probably should say, just so everyone knows for sure, we each make $45,000 a year, no benefits, for a total of $90,000. There was a nasty rumor going around that we each made $90,000. So
No.
I just want to
45 grand.
that grant.
And that only recently happened in the last couple of years.
Patty's been an employee for 6 or 7 years, I think. I'm about 2 years or thereabouts.
Who's the owner of the building, by the way?
The City of Jersey City
City of
owns the
Jersey
building.
City.
And right now, the building does not meet the city's own fire codes. It doesn't have working sprinklers or standpipes or emergency lighting. Doors don't close the way they're supposed
Fire
to.
escapes.
Fire escapes. We can't use the balcony, which is over 1,000 seats, for a couple of reasons, one of which is the fire escapes need to be repaired. Now, you talk about operations. What does that mean? That means 1,000 seats you can't sell for big concerts.
And that restricts us with some of the performers. I'll just say, like, say a Billy Joel. You're going to have like 3,000 seats.
Oh, yeah.
That's minimum.
I mean, the lack of, right now we have 1,500 seats. The lack of at least a few hundred more is the deal breaker for most shows, most concerts, most promoters. They, to make the kind of money, to make it worth their while, want a few hundred extra seats. I don't have them. I can't give it to them because the theater can't support it.
So the balcony is off the table because of the fire escapes.
Yes.
But yet the FOL continues to do work up there with the seats and the frame of the seats, and there's work going on up there. So the Friends of the Loews are continuing the work up there, even though we're not going to go anywhere until a fire escapes. Why is it costing $90 million to renovate the Brooklyn Loews?
Because there wasn't a Friends of the Loews in Brooklyn.
Very good. See, people don't understand that. Why it's not costing. How much is for the art theater? It's 16 to 20 million.
16, 22 million.
To bring.
And by the way, the 90 million wasn't enough. They really need more.
They need more.
Yeah.
Now, because of the Friends of the Loews, securing the building, renovating the building, maintaining the building, we're not looking at a 90-plus renovation.
Well, when we started trying the effort to save our Loews, I actually got over to the Loews Kings, and even then I was stepping through the stage and over pieces of the ceiling that had collapsed. New York City let that building go to hell in a handbasket. And the reason our Loews isn't, we were up at that time patching the roof with buckets of tar, and since have kept it alive.
So truly, thanks to the Friends of the Loews and that dedication from 15 some odd years ago,
20, yes.
it saved at least $70 million.
Yes.
What is the city's problem with the FOL running the building?
I don't know.
Because they're talking about bringing people in for profits to book some shows. We want to do that as the FOL. I'm one of the trustees there. We want to do it.
I don't know, because frankly, the only standard that the mayor can point to is the one that was set in the lease itself, which said until the building was brought up to modern code, nobody could do more with it. We were doing 30 events a year at that time. We're now doing 80 events. We're still doing more. Yet he acts as if we're not doing anything. The mayor has referred to it as a 3,000-seat venue that we're underutilizing. I can't use half those seats.
Well, first off, it's not 3,000
That's what
seats.
I'm saying.
We're about 1,500 seats. One of the problems I have with Mayor Fulop is he doesn't understand the history of the FOL. He doesn't understand the building, and rightfully so. He's not in the theater business.
Right.
That's not what he's specialized. Same thing with me. I have an understanding of the building, but you know it intimately. You guys, you started with that building, you renovated, you brought it back, you have it functional to a degree now. You guys have learned. It's like a college diploma you got there. You are professionals now. Nobody understands that building better than you guys.
The first thing they should do is go to a new website we have, friendsofloews.com or .org. That's strictly about this issue we have with the city right now. They can follow us on Facebook. They can go to our regular website, which is mostly about shows, which is www.loewsjersey.org. They can email us at loewsjersey@gmail.com, or they can call 201-798-6055.
And let's go to one website again for the facts of the matter, just the facts, Jack.
friendsofloews.com, or if you prefer, .org. Either way, it'll get you there.
That'll just get you up to date with the facts that they are now. All right, listen, go to that website, give them a call at the theater, find out the real information and what the truth is, because you're the one who will win, or you're the one who will suffer, depending on the fate of the landmark Loew Theater. For Colin Egan, I'm Pat O'Melia. I'll talk to you during the week. You be good, you be safe. Good night.